Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Baking Diva. My name is Dolores, and if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll enjoy it and you'll come back. Today is a special video we're doing. It's part of a collaboration. And the collaboration was started by my good friend Jim Kitsch. And his channel is Jim Kitsch Kitchen. That's right, and I will display it for you on the screen here. He's calling this collaboration Macaronimania. That's right. So it will be hashtag macaronimania on the screen, and there's quite a few other content creators that are participating in this, and they're all making a dish that has to do with a macaroni. That's right. I hope at the end of my video you'll go and you'll visit all of theirs and see what they're making. So what is the diva making for you today? Well, I'm making for you an Italian dish. Well, of course, because I'm Italian. And I'm making for you an Italian rigatoni cake. I mean, I don't always have to make sweet things, right? I often make savory things, and this is one of them. Now, I remember a few years ago seeing this rigatoni cake, and I was blown away by it. I thought, my goodness, that is so awesome. How did they make that? And then when I found out how to make it, it's pretty darn easy and delicious. So I am going to make that for you today. Now, let me see. What will we need? Well, the first thing, we'll preheat our oven so it gets nice and hot. Okay, we're going to need a spring pan. Really, you will need this if you want to make it. It comes out the best this way. And a spring pan has this little lock on the side and, whoopsie, a bottom. So that fits in there. When you're ready to take whatever you bake in here out, you open up the spring and the sides come out. So we're going to need our spring pan. Now, this is a rigatoni cake. So we're going to need some rigatoni. Now you can use any brand you want. I happen to have here Calavita, but you can use any brand. So you should have a pound of rigatoni. Now you're going to need some shredded mozzarella cheese. So I have that over here. I have a bag of shredded mozzarella because this dish is cheesy, but it's good cheesy. And you're going to need some sauce. Now I like to make mine with meat sauce, bolonese sauce. Now if you want to make your own bolonese sauce, feel free. But I'm always looking for easy, and today is one of those days. So I am using Raos home-style bolognese tomato sauce with meat. I love Raos. It's a little bit more pricey than some of the other brands, but I think it's delicious. I think it comes about the closest to homemade, so I'm using that. You'll need a little salt and pepper and maybe some shredded or grated, but I like the shredded Parmesan cheese. So, what are we going to do first? Well, over on the stove, I have my water boiling. Now, you want to cook your rigatoni al dente, but a little less than al dente. So, for al dente, it's usually about, I would say, 12 minutes. So, I'm going to cook this less because this will go in the oven and it'll finish cooking in the oven. So, let's say I'm going to cook it for maybe about 8 or 9 minutes. So I'm going to head over to my water that's boiling. I'm going to put my rigatoni in the roaring boil for about 8 minutes. I'm going to drain it, and then I'm going to come back here and I'm going to show you what we do next. So don't you go away. So I have my springform pan ready. I have a little olive oil in here with a little basting brush. So I'm just going to baste the inside of the pan. Just give it a light coating of the olive oil. Okay. This is so delicious, and let me tell you, if you make this and you happen to have, well, it doesn't matter whether it's for your family or guest, get ready for the applause because it's a real showstopper. It really is. Okay, so that's good. And I'll also insert some pictures along the way, since I'm working solo and I want you to see exactly what I'm doing. I have my springform pan and my pasta, my rigatoni, it has to be rigatoni, is all cooked and it's al dente. And I am going to start lining them up like little soldiers all around the pan. I'll start on the sides and then I will go round and round and round till it's all filled up. And if you start to see that your rigatoni is sticking, you can always toss this with a little bit of olive oil ahead of time, you know, if you want to. So I'm not going to make you sit and watch me line all these rigatonis up. But I will tell you, wait till you see how awesome this comes out. You say, you know, Diva, what's basically an Italian rigatoni cake? Well, it's a pasta dish, and as Jim wants to call it, and I used to call it when I was growing up, it's macaroni with sauce and cheese, and it is delicious. So let me keep doing this. I'll put in a still for you when it's all done so you'll know what it's supposed to look like, and then we will go on to our next part. Don't go away! Okay, so what I'm going to do next, and you know, some people refer to this recipe as, I think, a honeycomb pie or a honeycomb cake because the rigatoni, when it's stacked up like that, has the effect of a honeycomb. All right, so now I'm going to take my sauce and I'm going to put it all over the top, and I'm going to try to press it down with my spoon so we can get as much of it inside the rigatonis as we can. It's already looking delicious, and I have to tell you, this meat sauce is about as close as it comes to homemade. It's delicious. All right, so I'm going to continue doing that till it's all covered, trying to push the sauce down into the rigatonis. Takes a little effort, but not much, and it's really well worth it. When Jim said, oh, I'm doing a collaboration on macaronimania, I said, I'm in, because I knew right away I wanted to make this. And when I was growing up, I'm Italian, we never called it pasta in my house, never. It was always macaroni. And it's funny, I don't know if any of you are Italian out there and you've done things the same way, but it's funny, when I was growing up, we never had our salad before our meal. We always had our salad after our meal. It's just the way it was. And we always had to have Italian bread. Oh my gosh. We didn't have Italian bread with our meal. That would be like a sin. So you see what I'm doing here? I'm being very generous with my sauce, and I'm trying to shove it down into those little rigatonis as much as I can. Now, if you don't want to use meat sauce, because I like this as a bolonese, which is with meat, you can use marinara sauce, but I think it's better with this. But that's up to you. All right, so after I get all of this covered with the sauce and I get it pushed down in there, then I'm going to cover the top of it with shredded mozzarella cheese. Oh yeah, I told you this was a cheesy dish. Oh, this looks good and it smells good. And I'm hungry. Oh, here we go. Let me push it down a little bit more. Get it over to the edge. Now we are going, after I put the shredded mozzarella on top, we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to bake it. And I like to put the pan on a baking pan. There we go. All right, so now I'm pushing it in, pushing it in, pushing it in. I think I got a lot of sauce on there. All righty. I think there's enough, but you never can have too much. I love it. All right, that's pretty good. All right, so I'm gonna push it down, get it inside those rigatonis. Push, 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 push. All righty. Okay, looks pretty good to me. Okay, now I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna take my shredded mozzarella and sprinkle it all over the top. Make sure you get it over to the edges. The more cheese, the better. Oh, look at this. Ay, 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 ay. So yummy. All right, get all those sides covered. Don't be skimpy with your cheese now. There we go. You like my chef's hat? I have had this chef's hat for years with my name on it. And when Jim said we were doing this, I thought, oh gosh, let me get my chef's hat out and my little checkered apron. I'm sure Jim will have something on in the form of a costume. I would be very surprised if he doesn't, because he always does. Make sure now you go and see everybody else's channel and see what kind of macaroni dish they're making. All right, let's get that cheese over to the side. Now, what am I gonna do next? Anything? This is a lot of cheese, and I don't care, because it's good. And when that melts, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very good. Pat it down, get it to the sides. All right, now on top of this, I'm gonna put a little sprinkle of fresh Parmesan cheese. Now, I have the shredded Parmesan cheese, because I like that. But you can use whatever Parmesan cheese you have or you like. All right, I think that's a lot of cheese. Alrighty, making a mess, but if I didn't, it wouldn't be me, right? Okay, now let me get out my shredded Parmesan cheese. Just bought it yesterday. Okay, nice and fresh. Alrighty, let me sprinkle some of this on the top. Woo-hoo. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, I think that's enough. It's cheesy, all right? Woo! Okay. All right, now I'm going to put it on my baking sheet that I have here. Whoa, it's heavy, it's heavy. Oh, look at my mess. Oh, that's okay. Put it on here. Okay. So I have it on my baking sheet. It's all assembled. I'm going to now put it in the oven that I preheated. So you want to make sure all this cheese on top is melted. So when I take it out of the oven, I'll be back. We'll open this baby, we'll slice it, and we'll have dinner. So stay tuned. Okay, I took this baby out of the oven. I left it in for about 30 minutes. All the cheese is melted. Now you should let it sit in the pan for about 10 minutes before you open it. And everybody's starving here, including me, so we're gonna open this baby now. So are you ready, everyone?
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm opening up, woohoo, the springform pan. You ready? Woohoo, look at that. Everybody, give me a round of applause. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Oh my goodness. Okay, so So you see, everyone, how easy this was to make? And imagine putting this on your dinner table. Get ready for the applause. So I'm going to cut into this baby now and see if it tastes as good as it looks. Oh yeah. Oh. Mmm. Nice and cheesy. You have meat in there. Let me see. Use this to get it out. Just like a cake, a savory cake. Oh, I'm so hungry too. Ooh, yeah. Woo! Alrighty, let's go. Oh, look at this. Ah! Fell apart, coming out. Right? Whoa! But it looks good. So that's all that matters. Let me sit down and taste this. Where's my fork? Okay. Very good, you know? I saw somebody make this once and they put mozzarella cheese in the rigatoni. I don't know if that made any difference. Well, I want to thank Jim very much for organizing this collaboration, the Macaronimania collaboration, and I might have cut this a little too soon. That's probably why. It's probably still a little too hot. That's probably why the rigatoni fell. But it is delicious. It makes a great presentation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have lots of great summer recipes coming up. And don't forget to go and see everybody else's video and see what they made. So, love you all very much. Thank you for stopping by. I'll see you soon. Toodles!